And fuck 101 part 3. uh this is going to get fun. This is a video that no one's going to see. It's kind of be a secret, which is why I'm filming it immediately after filming part 2. I'm going to let everyone in on a little secret. I was going to wait till I do another interview with Bob Carson to reveal this big secret, but here you go. Alright, I'm done with the internet online martial arts bullshit. I'm focusing on my lawsuit. I'm going to let a public relations firm deal with all the bullshit. I'm just stepping away. Go ahead, sign my name all the fuck you want, because every motherfucker who does, I'm going to have lawyers after you, which is the whole reason I'm suing the state for $25 million. The more shit you talk, the more reason you give me to request that large amount of money from the state. So I think $25 million would be enough. Now that being said, this is where our issues begin. See, Don Rowley has no option but to fight me. Simple as that. That's all I'm giving him. Right now, the only people who know I'm stepping away from the internet scene is Bob Carson and myself. And the reason for that is this. The fight with me and Icy Mike did not in any way change my view of martial arts. In fact, if you look real close, there's like some white right here. That's actually a scar from where I've had my eye split multiple times. There's a cut across my nose where I got smacked in the face with handcuffs. And you can look, and when you have the full view of the light shining on my face, tell my nose is crooked. It's been broke. Simple fact of the matter is, my views haven't changed because, you know, here's what I'm telling you. I still believe that to be effective in your training in martial arts, you need hard, full contact sparring. I still believe, and bear in mind I'm in a city, I still believe that that hard, full contact sparring is a requirement for conditioning you for being able to fight effectively. Part of the reason I took the barrage of punches that I did from Icy Mike is because I was conditioned by boxing and kickboxing and things like that to take those types of blows. Simple as that. I still support ninjutsu. I still believe that ninjutsu is not a martial art. This is backed up by both Anthony Cummings and Ashita Kim. And I'm sorry if y'all don't like it, but here's the reality. If you go back to Ashita Kim's Book of the Ninja, the very first book he wrote on ninjutsu, it is divided into 3 sections. Section 1 deals with a hybridized style of karate, kung fu, and judo. Very similar to what Dante was teaching. The next section deals with invisibility ninjutsu, which comes into the idea of the, which is first taught by the Mailu Kata, which teaches you not just a rear naked choke, but how to move and stay behind a person, stay in their blind spot to do so. Then, on top of that, you have a final section dealing with the sword. And in that regard, when talking about the sword and basic sword techniques, Ashita Kim also talks about the samurai. Now, if you look at Ninja Hands of Death, it's again broken into 3 sections. Section 1 deals with the Kata Dante. Section 2 deals with submission holds, and Section 3 deals with ninjutsu and talks about 9 ways of prevailing, and this talks about espionage activities, intelligence, counterintelligence, things of that nature. Now, information gathering and such. If you look at Secrets of the Ninja, he opens up with a discussion about espionage as a weapon and talks about the ninja being people who went in and developed intelligence gathering methods and acted as spies and commandos and things like that, which we know is more accurate due to Anthony Cummings' research. Well, Anthony Cummings doesn't speak Japanese, which Don Rowley is often famous for saying, and many of the other Bujin cult supporters are famous for saying. He is not the only one who did the research. Anthony Cummings is only the figurehead. He was the one who got the people together and created the historical ninjutsu research team, mostly comprised of Japanese citizens and Japanese scholars who understand Japanese culture because they were raised in it their entire lives. And so in that regard, in that regard, his research doesn't matter because he wasn't the only one doing the research. His inability to speak Japanese doesn't matter because Yashie speaks Japanese and English, and so do all the other members of the historical ninjutsu research team. So you come into this idea that, honestly, if you look at ninjutsu looks a lot more accurately portrayed through Hoshida Kim than through Hatsume. And I can even use my blog referencing Ninjas Are Bullshit, Mind of the Ninja, where I talk about Kirkland Peterson's book, Mind of the Ninja, where he actually cites Hayes, who got his information from Hatsume. So it cites both Hayes and Hatsume, saying that the Bansu Chukai, which we now know is a military manual on par with, say, Sun Tzu's Art of War, is referred to as a grimoire spell book of sorts. Really? No. So you actually have documented evidence proving that ninjutsu is exactly that. And in fact, Icy Mike in his interview even said that, if we're talking about modern ninjas, we would be talking about spies and commandos and, special forces and stuff like that. So what you have is a very interesting situation because, the kickboxer was more accurate than the expert ninja who trained in Japan for 15 years, Don Early. Now, you have this situation where ninjutsu is what it is, and I don't really give a shit. People can argue, hate it, fight about it all they want, but, here's the thing. I've been doing the martial arts thing online mainly to get information out about how the police corruption and stuff like that work, less so than about proving my ninjutsu style. And I'm not even trying to do that now. I just want to whip the shit out of Don Rolling. So hopefully I can get somebody to, get this going. And, there's a part of me that thinks I might not want to do that because that would just keep the whole situation going. And I might want to let him have that win and just be like, fuck it, and call it all off. I don't really know. We'll see come October 23rd. But here's the thing. I'm pretty much done with arguing with people over the internet. I don't really give a fuck. Little wine box bitches like Brennan Cleveland can kiss my ass. See, at some point, I'm going to have to get things in my life straightened out, deal with my personal life more so than this internet shit, and deal more so with, being a human being rather than fighting some corrupt legal system and stuff like that. And, here's the thing. I'm pretty much done arguing with people online, Icy Mike said he was the worst guy in his gym, but here's the thing. Icy Mike was the guy in his gym. Me and Don Rolly are just a bunch of guys talking shit online and not really doing much else. That's it. It's funny because that's all it comes down to. And you know what? I honestly don't care anymore. I'm done with it. I've kind of outgrown the childishness and stupidity of it. So here's where I'm going to leave it. Everyone else is just either going to get sued or, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll show up on your fucking doorstep. Quite honestly, the internet bickering, the bullshit just doesn't work. And the only really good thing to come out of this was the fact of seeing who exactly Frank Dukes was. The fact that you have the BSMA guys, that you have Don Rowley and Phil B and Phil Elmore and all these other people defending Dukes is, quite entertaining. It's even more entertaining that someone who, again, not my friend, not an ally, what's his name? The lawyer from Bushido. Anyways, that guy. That he, in and of it himself, has even said that the comments made by Dukes in the emails to me sounds a lot like the way Dukes says things. And his characteristics of Dukes, and this guy really doesn't like Dukes, and he has a lot of dealing with him, so, take it how you want. See, the ultimate ninja mindfuck here is, there's a lot of people pissed off, there's a lot of people's feelings are hurt, there's a lot of people crying and bitching. I don't give a flying fuck about any of you. That's the ultimate ninja mindfuck. I can manipulate Rolly through a fucking computer screen whenever the fuck I want. Proving it. I can manipulate dukes through a fucking cell phone. Proving it. I can manipulate all these other fucking people into doing the very thing that they think that I don't want them to do, which I really don't want them to do, but I can turn around and flip that and use that to my advantage to go after somebody else that is more of a threat, who's more a part of my real physical life, who is in this shitty fucking town where this little bike trail is situated, who can actually affect my life. And the rest of you guys, well, you're nothing. That's the ultimate ninja mindfuck. In the grand scheme of things, you don't matter.